Whoa, hey, didn't see you there. You sexy, sexy Brentlemen, you ladies and Brentlemen, Muketeers, you Mukuleles, you, princes and princesses. That's a new one I just tried to come up with on the spot. That's why you don't ad-lib. So you don't fucking ad-lib. Don't fucking ad-lib. The fuck is wrong with you? All of you Brentologists. They're Brent Mukai. Podcast listeners, how is it going? It's going well for me. It's going swimmingly. It's been stressful. I left off last week saying that I had a lot of shit to do this week, and I ended up having so much shit to do, I did not lay down an episode on Wednesday. Let's go over it, shall we? Let's go over the week. The week thus far that I've had. So, I think the last place I left off was last week. Was it Friday? Friday night. So Friday night was the first rehearsal of doing this play that I'm in, Accidental Death of an Anarchist. It's starring a buddy of mine that I worked with years ago. Got to work with him again not too long ago. His name is Brett Alters. I got to have him on the podcast at some point. He was the opener for Piff the Magic Dragon when he was at the Flamingo, and has since moved on to pursue other artistic endeavors, shall we say. Let me also just say, happy holidays, everybody. You might notice the name, the title of the episode is the Brent Mukai Holiday Spectacular. And that's not by accident. I want to make this a special episode. I want to do some things I have not done before, in the hopes that you'll forgive me for missing out on this past fucking Wednesday. I felt so bad, and I was like, Thursday, I was like, should I cut one Thursday? And then I was like, why? When I'm just going to do it on Friday. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm just going to, I figured I'd just make today's one a good, fun, special one. I have some requests. I have a nice bit of what I'll call MukaiMail, coined by a guy who sent it in to me. And yes, and it's just, it's been a fucking whirlwind. So I started that rehearsal on Friday night. So got there, boom, super cool. The director of the play is named Allegra. She comes from the Boston. I looked her up. Like, she's done like a shit ton of directing. Like, she was a resident director, I guess, at like Harvard and at some big prestigious Boston acting school, and she knows her shit. She comes from Commedia dell'arte, which is like some fancy pants like acting stuff that I don't fucking know. I know the method. I've studied method. But that predates method even. Like, Commedia dell'arte is like super cool, and my my character in the play doesn't have a lot of lines. Like, if I counted out all of the lines that I had, I think I have like 20 lines in like a 2-hour play. But I'm super excited to fucking do it because it's like I get to be physical. I get to do physical comedy, which is not my forte. So I'm hoping, I took the job because I looked at the script and I was like, okay, I do not have a lot of lines to memorize. For one, which is, a plus. I would have liked a meatier role. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's easier now, and it's kind of like, oh, cool, I'm getting busy, and it's cool to have something, have a role that requires less lines. But now it's incumbent upon me to be physical, to be physically funny too. It's a funny play. It's a comedic play, and it's not like farts comedic. It's like intellectual comedic and like really very good and very well written. So I am honored to be a part of the cast, actually, and feel like this will be a unique challenge, especially because now it's like now I have to learn physicality. a lot of acting teachers that I've had in the past have told me that my acting stays right in like the upper part of my body and my head. And I'm looking forward to working at becoming a better physical actor, because I think that that's something that I've always wanted but have never had the opportunity, like a real fucking opportunity to learn how to do. So I'm hoping to learn whilst doing this play where, I mean, I only have like 20 lines. So it's like there's a huge amount of lines. There's like Brett, who's the star, he has to memorize like, I want to say maybe 75% of the lines are his in a 2-hour play. So in like the 2 hours, he's talking for like an hour and a half is him talking. It's pretty fucking crazy and insane. And I mean, what a cool role, but at the same time, it's like you got to be like in a place where you're just like ready for that shit. So because you got to remember blocking and the whole thing. And my character really is pretty much in the play the whole time. I'm really gone for maybe only about 15 or so minutes in the whole play, and then but I'm on the rest of the time. So there's a lot of physical stuff I have to remember, and I also have to be listening to the people and reacting, even if nobody is looking at me, because that's fucking acting. So just excited for this thing. So Friday night went and did that. Saturday morning I went and taught at the Voice Actors Studio. Always loved teaching there. Then I had a rehearsal in the afternoon time. We are basically starting this in like a month. So we do not have a lot of time here. So they're cramming in rehearsals. They are cramming in rehearsals like crazy. And I have to be at every one because I'm basically in the entire play. Like, and that's the funny part, is that even if I memorize all my lines, like I still need to be there to block it out and to contribute my portion of my creativity of my character to all of this shit. So, yeah, and it's a lot more than I thought it was going to be, but in a good way. Then that night I had Cream Team. Sunday, boom, back at it again. Doing the rehearsal. Sunday, Monday have 2 rehearsals. On top of, what was I doing Monday morning? Shit, I was doing something Monday. I can't remember. Oh, I was getting ready for the speech, filming the keynote speaking that I had to memorize some other shit and get that done. So my friend Kopi, and also partner in improv and life, my partner in life. That makes it sound like we're a couple. We are not a couple. We are not a couple. No matter how much I want it. No. So he was busy all weekend. We couldn't meet till Monday, and we basically didn't get a chance to rehearse a whole bunch for our shit. Like it's all, we both do corporate training, and we were doing a talk that was right in our pocket. Like it was all the shit that we've basically said in our corporate trainings. When we're telling people how to communicate, but we kind of pared it down into a 1-hour speech, and we wanted to be very, very precise with all of the shit that we're hitting, and we're filming it to hope to cut a demo, which was like fuck. So I met up with him in the morning. Then in the afternoon time, I did something after the first rehearsal, and then we had the second rehearsal right after that. Tuesday, me and Kopi met up again one last time. Then I had improv, so I had to go teach improv. Then I had rehearsal straight after that. So improv ended at 2:30. I zoomed over to get there at 3 p.m. and was there till 10 p.m. Wednesday was the big day. The big keynote speaking day. The day where we're shooting what we hope is our demo. What we hope is really fucking good and marketable and we can sell. And it's our fucking demo, so we'll see. It's our keynote speaking demo, which is like, I don't know. It's just the same thing as any type of demo. We're showcasing what our 1-hour speech is about and how it all kind of works. It's very similar to stand-up comedy in that they they ask you how much time you have. Like, oh, do you have an hour? And it's like, oh, that's like something that stand-up comedians ask each other. Like, oh, do you have 25? Do you have an hour? Like, what amount of time do you have for this? So it's been really fucking cool and busy. Did that Wednesday. Right after that, oh God. Okay, so a little bit of a story. After that, went to Cafe Rio for a celebration. Had like 30 minutes before I had to run and zoom over to go do another all-day rehearsal at 3 p.m. For Accidental Death of an Anarchist from 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go grab some Cafe Rio with Kopi, get all the food, so we eat. Everything's good. We're all jolly. Everything's fine. The cameras are blah, like we got everything. We've got a full, and it was a good turnout. We had, not good, but like it was what we needed. So we needed like 20 people there, and to fake like there was a good amount of people, and we did. We got it. So all of it went fucking right according to plan, what we were hoping for. Bing, bang, boom, cool. Go to Cafe Rio afterwards. I zoom over. I'm a little bit late because I hang out a little bit too long, which I always fucking hate when I do that because it's like I'm having fun and then I have to leave and I don't want to, so then I end up saying I can get there in X amount of minutes, and it's like I actually need X plus 10 amount of minutes, so I show up late to the rehearsal and I need to use the bathroom because I've just drank a lot of fucking Diet Coke to stay awake for the next 7 hours of my life doing rehearsal. That's not fair. There's an hour break in between, so 6 hours of work and then an hour in between. But I get there, I say, hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry I'm late. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. I go in the urinal. I'm peeing. I feel a rumble in my tummy, and I say, okay, cool. I need to fart. So I'm peeing, and then, like, dude, fart does not come out. I pooped my pants, y'all. like, full on, like, just like, not full on, but like, I pooped my fucking pants. I got poop in my fucking pants. So now I'm 10 minutes late. What's only supposed to be a 2-minute, little escapade into the bathroom. So I do the only thing that I can think of, which I am happy to say. I am happy to say my instincts, I think, saved me because I go, whoa! I made a noise because that's what you do when you're a fucking grown man and you poop your pants. That's what you fucking do. So let me say too, this has never happened to me. I've never done that before. That has never happened to me, and yet, like the embarrassment factor, being alone. I was alone in the bathroom, thank God, but it's not like a single door bathroom. It's like there's like 2 stalls and a urinal, so like at any moment someone can walk in and be like, "Do you poop your pants?" That's the natural fear. I dash into the stall and I'm like, "Holy shit." And I look and I'm like, maybe I didn't poop my pants, or maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it feels worse. And I pull the whole thing down, sit on the toilet, and I'm like, "Oh my God, it's not horrendous. It's not like Andy Warhol fucking splattered paint on the canvas, dude, but it's definitely like a sample serving size. If you took a Costco sample serving size of poop and you dumped it out, it was that. It was about that much, and it was not good, and abandoned the underpants right away and just prayed to God that no one checked the trash can. I hid it, and we didn't have paper towels. So I had to pick up paper towels and hide it underneath. Shame. It's just shame. There's no other word for the way you feel when you're a grown fucking man or woman and you poop your fucking pants. There's like, and now I'm like 25 minutes late. Probably wasn't 25. I probably only took another 10 minutes in there because, but what's adding to the stress is that I'm now, I'm on a time constraint, so I'm trying to wrap up my underpants, make sure my ass is clean so that I don't get poop on my fucking jeans, go commando, right? Very uncomfortable in the pants that I have. It's zipper, so my dong is hitting cold copper. And, I mean, on top of it all, I don't know if any of it got on my jeans or any of the smell is lingering, because I don't think I can be a judge of that. I don't think I can be a good judge of, do I smell like poop? So now I'm walking in to a room full of people thinking, oh God, what if somebody just blurts out, like, we're right in the middle of the scene, like the dramatic crux of the scene, and Brett's like doing his big monologue. He's like, yes, a crazy person. Well, madness isn't so bad. And then he just stops and he goes, madness isn't quite so. Did somebody shit their pants? like, that's a legitimate fear. I'm getting fucking bent out of shape thinking about it again. I know that this might not be proper podcast material talk, but I've told you since episode 1, I'm just going to give you all of me. Now, I've thought about this too, because there have been weird things that have been going on that I don't address, but I don't address them because the only things I won't address, really, are things that involve other people and sensitive information with other people that I know. That's the only things I'm not willing to talk about on the podcast because it's not my fucking place to air that out publicly. But me pooping my pants, dude, you fucking get that. You get me pooping my pants, y'all. Why do I keep insisting on saying y'all on a podcast? I don't say that any other place but on the fucking podcast. Anyways, can you imagine the fear of walking into a room? And I can't, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Seriously, what the fuck would you do? Because you might be saying, Brent, there's no options. One, I'm already 25 minutes fucking late because I just pooped myself. I was already 10 minutes late when I show up. Now I'm taking an extra 10 minutes in the bathroom. I can't casually just come out and be like, hey, so guys, super appreciate the role. I'm just gonna go kill myself. And there's no excuse for me to be late in the first place, and there's less of an excuse than zero. There's like negative 10 excuses for going out to buy new underpants unless I just come out and say, hey everybody, sorry I shit my pants. Like, looking back at it now, it's pretty fucking funny to me. Like, it's kind of funny. It is kind of funny. But, same time, dude, like, God, the stress of that moment. And imagine my face coming out of that bathroom, walking into the rehearsal space, and trying to act like I didn't just shit my pants. Like, that is... I can only imagine what that face looks like. I can only imagine what the face of a man who shits his pants looks like the second he shits his pants. Dude, my face was probably just like... Like, it looked like I was probably going through a stroke. If you were watching a silent movie of me doing that, you would have assumed that I was going to die soon. God, dude. And it's like the third or fourth practice. So I've only met, you know, the director 4 days ago. I can't just like, all of the circumstances are completely against me. Like, all of the circumstances. And for a second, I don't consider, like, while I'm there, I'm like, fuck, they're gonna smell shit on me. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, I have underpants. I'm like, oh, I can just go commando. And that's why you wear underpants, kids. Hanes. For the kids that shit their pants, and even for the adults that shit their pants, Hanes. Whoo, boy. I just spent like 15 minutes talking about me pooping. What did I do? Oh, so then, Wednesday night, right? I didn't realize that I'd be going right out. Like, we meet up at like 9:30. I was a little bit late. We meet up at 9:45 in the morning at the theater we shoot our speeches at. Went well. Luckily the pants shitting happened in between the two important things that I needed to do and not during them. So, yeah, the communication stuff went very well. The keynote speak, I think yielded some good results. I might release the video demo of us once I feel pretty comfortable with it. So did that. Wednesday night, get home, right? It's like 10 p.m. we end. I pick up some wings because I'm still on fucking keto. Which, by the way, might I say, I think I might be doing it wrong because it's been like 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. And I have not seen any results. I think I'm doing something wrong. I think I'm killing myself not eating carbs, and I'm doing something wrong. I must be. I'm drinking diet soda, but they said that sugar substitutes were fine. The keto places I went to said that Diet Coke is fine. So, like, what else could it be? Am I eating too many vegetables? Because I'm not eating potatoes or any of that shit. I'm eating, like, onions. I'm eating, like, some peppers every once in a while. Some tomatoes and avocado and lettuce, you know? Stuff that's not typically high, huge amounts of carbs. It's not carrots. I'm fucking... like, I lost, like, 10 pounds. And I don't know if that's even true because my scale is one of those electrical scales, so I don't fucking know. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not. I'm not. It does not look like I'm losing a lot of weight. But I'm gonna give it a while. Why did I choose December, by the way? When all the best fucking food is around. Why the fuck did I do this? It's so stupid. But I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not seeing results. I'm going to keep doing it because I am stubborn as fuck, and I'm going to try to be healthier. And you know what? I'm feeling better eating meats and cheeses only. Like, I have more energy now than I was having previously. So I'm starting to get used to, like, no carbs. So that's cool as I drink this diet fucking root beer. Which, by the way, if I couldn't drink diet soda, I don't think I would be able to survive this shit, dude. How do people find that willpower? If I can't do that, like, if I'm forced to drink water, I don't know. I'd still do it. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm half-assing it because I'm not doing it. I'm not drinking it. I'm not eating anything with carbs. It's all low. It's all low carbs. It's all fucking vegetables. And, like, healthy vegetables. I don't... So that's been annoying. Anyway, Wednesday night I get home at 10 p.m. Or no, I get home at about 11 p.m. Went to grab wings, which I can still eat on keto. Get home like 11. By the time I'm done eating wings, like 11:20, 11:30, and I'm like, fuck. I need to wake up because Thursday morning, what I have to do now is I have to take all of the... I'm teaching a class at night, so I'm teaching at the Voice Actor Studio. I taught yesterday night. But also, because today, Friday, the day after Thursday, as you might know it, today I was doing my keynote speaking class, which meets once a month. If you'll recall, we meet once a month, and the whole reason we shot this before this class was so that I could have something to show the woman that I met in that class who manages keynote speakers, and who I think through a relationship can get me and Kopi work and can get us jobs, and we can benefit her also because we do a show that is one part, talking and educating about communication, one part improv comedy show, and one part interactive audience experience. So we don't go into the audience, but we turn it to the audience and we say, turn to the person to your left or right, get into groups of 2 or 3, and do this specific exercise, and this is what it will showcase. Go. And then we do another one, and then another thing, and then it's a compare and contrast, and we move on to the next shit, and then we go and educate, then we do a game with the 2 of us, and we're making people laugh, and then we turn to the audience and do a whole thing. It flowed really good. Was it perfect? Were we like TED Talk like people? This is my impression of every TED Talk. This is my impression of every single TED Talk. Guy walks out on stage, he's wearing like a collared shirt, nice shoes that are like too expensive for me, and like jeans that he's put a belt on and tucked in the shirt, right? He comes out with his microphone and he just looks and he just smiles at the audience and he just goes, this plays better on the camera, but he just sort of goes, puts his hands up in this way, looks to the left, looks to the right, nods a little bit, and then goes, what would you do if I told you that everything you knew about psychology was wrong? Would you say, no, it's not? Well, you might not be wrong. Big pause. then he hits a slide. It shows him a picture of a monkey eating a starfish. And he's just like, our diet affects 98% of the emotions we feel. Click. There's like a picture of a smiley face and a sad face, and he's like, which one of these do you want to be? Did you know 95% of people are sad? And that 98% of people don't like that. I'm going to talk about synergy. Like just dumb shit. Not dumb shit. There are all these, if anybody's talking at TED Talks, they're obviously very fucking smart. But I feel like everybody just takes the same fucking approach, which is what I just exactly described. And everybody's like the exact, like if I just put a playlist of TED Talks on, so many people are just that. And it's just gotten tiresome, people. It's like 10 really good TED Talk people went on with like really polished speeches, and then everybody looked at those videos and said, that's what I'm gonna do. That's how speeches are done. Fuck variety and oh man, I'm just grumpy. I can't eat carbs. Anyways, so Thursday, wake up, I edit all day. I'm lying. I don't edit all day. What I do is I dump the cards. We had 3 cameras, and I fucking find out that one of them is fucking blurry because it was the one camera that was not manned, and they decided to fucking move it, so we're out of fucking focus on one camera on a day that's super important. So I'm just fucking mad. I get so furious that I have to go and watch some anime for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I have to go run some errands. I go teach the class. I get and the main camera that didn't get fucked up, the main camera that was just standing still, which is pretty much 99% of the usable fucking footage. I don't have the card reader for that, because this camera uses special memory cards that you need a fucking special. So I have to wait for my friend. He doesn't drop it off till I'm already at the class at 6 p.m. Right? And I get out of there at 10, and then I'm editing till 3 a.m. So I edit that shit into a 2.25 minute demo to send to this lady. And dude, and so I get to class this morning. We talk. She's like, I say, hey, hope you don't mind. Did the demo. She says, why haven't I seen it? And I said, because I finished it at 3 a.m. Already sent to you. We shot it on Wednesday. I stayed up till 3 a.m. Here we are at 8 o'clock in the morning doing this class. And of course I couldn't fucking fall asleep last night because I didn't fall asleep till like 4:30ish. I was up till about then. Fuck, dude. So do the class. You know what is really fucking cool though? I did an animation gig for a pilot a few months back. A pilot called Joan Alone. I don't know how much I can talk about, but fuck, dude, I'm super excited. They sent me a promo video of it, like what they're pitching with, and I got to see my voice animated to the character I got to play, and fuck, if that didn't make it all worth it. So right after class was over, it was a really good class. I'm learning so fucking much about keynote speaking, and I truly feel like that's going to be, like, it's the closest thing to stand-up that I think I'm going to get to. I don't know that I'm going to do stand-up ever again, but, I mean, keynote speaking hits all of the same adrenaline moments, and it pays and is actually sustainable as, like, a fucking paid gig. These motherfuckers get paid, like, one speech can be, like, 10 grand, 5 grand. At the low end, I think it's like 5 grand for these corporate fucking people to go speak at these events and do this shit. Like, dude, one of those a month? And I, like, holy fuck. And it's not like I'm saying that because I'm all about the money. I'm saying it because I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy teaching. And I feel like I have a way of talking to people in a way that makes them want to listen. As hopefully, as shown by this podcast. Anyways, sorry about Wednesday. It has been just a fucking slosh of a week, dude. Like, it's been a fucking slosh. So I'm finally, like tonight, I'm here. I'm teaching an improv class tomorrow afternoon so I can sleep in. But finally, I have a night off. Cool. Off for a week or two here because of holidays. Now I'm going to play you a song. I brought my trusty ukulele. I was practicing earlier. I haven't been really practicing. But, I don't know. For this holiday spectacular, I figured, why not fucking sing a song? I dreamed there was a sea surrounding... Hold on. I dreamed there was a sea surrounding you and me. We took a week-long trip out on a tourist ship. With flowers in your hat, my jacket striped in black. Gently I kissed your neck out on the service deck. Wondering how far we are from home. Feeling like there's anywhere but both of us go and away. Fuck. No edits. Okay. Let me do this one more time. Take two. Take two. Let me get it perfect for you. Let me get up real close here. I dreamed there was a sea surrounding you and me. We took a week-long trip out on a tourist ship with flowers in your hat. My jacket striped in black. Gently I kissed your neck out on the tourist deck, wondering how far we are from home, feeling like it's anywhere that both of us go, and away we both of us go, and away we go. I dreamed there was a sky surrounding you and I. We took a tiny plane, propellers fought the rain, and then our plane went down. This is our island now, living on coconuts, sea breeze through wicker huts, wondering how far we are from home, feeling like it's anywhere that both of us go, and away we both of us go, and away we go. I dreamed there was a face in someone else's place. Gently I kissed your lips. All right. Oh, that's fucking. You get the gist of the fucking song. I fucking forgot the words there. God, I need lyrics. All I need is lyrics. All I need is lyrics. I can play fucking whatever you want. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're enjoying some tunes. I know I'm not some fucking cover channel. What do I know? What other songs? I sort of know. I don't know the words. Let's see. It'll be too difficult, I think. I don't think I can play. Let's see. Let's see if I'm at a point, even though I'm out of practice, where I can play a song and read the lyrics. Here we go. I'm going to keep it as a surprise what the song is. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never thought through love we'd be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? But isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven blessed. I can't believe what God has done. Through us he's given life to one. But isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she lovely? Life and love are the same. Life is Aisha, the meaning of her name. Lordy, it could not have been done when you conceived the one that's so lovely, made from love. Minimal Fuck-Ups. That's the name of my band, Minimal Fuck-Ups. One more. Let's do one more. I hope you're enjoying this, because this is new. Hope you're enjoying this. What's a song? Let's see if I can even... Let's see if I can find a song that I really like and just play it straight from the ukulele. Nope, that song's very fucking difficult. I'm not even going to tell you what song it was because it's a shame. I don't know it. I just don't know it. Oh, let's do this. I don't know the whole song, but oh, it is love from the first time I rest my lips against yours, thinking, oh, is it love? Oh dear, it's been hardly a moment and you are already missed. There is still a bit of your skin that I've yet to have kissed. Oh, say please do not go when you know, oh, you know that you must. I say I love you so, but you know, oh, you know you can trust. We'll be making up in the end. Our broken bonds will have been. I wanna hold you close so you know it is love from the first time I rest my lips against yours, thinking, oh, is it love? There you go. Is it true I'm not good at a one night stand? 'Cause I'm just a man. These nights really seem to go to plan. I just want you to stay here and hold my hand. Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. They're saying love, it's plain to see. So darling, stay with me. I'm not good in emotion, no. You're not a good look, gain some self-control. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I wish I had a high voice. I also wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl. 'Cause if I did, I would call her. Is that stupid? Probably. Brent Mukai Holiday Spectacular! Yeah, baby! Alright. Let me play a whole song. Huh? I don't know. I don't know. That's probably enough song, right? Let me know. Let me know if you like the songs. I'm just gonna keep playing, but not sing. So, let's see. What else? I don't know, dude. Let's read a MukaiMail, which was sent to me and named by the same person. Person sent me a MukaiMail. They sent it to my email, Brent Mukai VO, as in voiceover. So Brent Mukai VO at gmail.com. My buddy Rob Brown, fucking my soup brother, because he's gonna teach me how to make soups. Get all the ladies. Wrote me a very sweet message a few days ago. I was very happy. So he writes, "Dearest Brent, I finally got around to checking out your podcast. I spent a day flying and in and out of airports, all the while with your comforting voice in my ears. Now I'm hooked. I wanted to send a message in and say thanks for what you're doing. Your positivity and honesty is very inspiring, and motivating. It's fun being along for the ride as you figure out what the podcast is going to be. Having had a few good conversations with you at Scoopfest, it's fun to hear more of the inner workings of Mr. Mukai's brain. Your delicious brain. I do, however, have a bone of contention with you regarding one of your would you rather answers. How in your right mind can you choose giving dudes handies in a rub and tug over being a zoologist? I have so many counterpoints to your choice, but I will start with just this one. I know which career path my mother would prefer me to go down. I guess on the bright side, I know who I am asking for a massage at future Scoop Fests. Speaking of would you rathers, I have a couple. Would you rather only be able to listen to music made before you were born or only music after your birth? God. After the birth, because I'm gonna grow up with the music. You know what I mean? I'm gonna grow up with the music. Plain and simple. Like, I don't know. Like, that would be the worst. People are like, dude, this fucking Ariana Grande song's so good. And I'm like, what? Who's that? I don't know. Songs are whatever. You know? That would suck. I'd probably lose friendships. Also, wouldn't be able to hear that new J. Cole album. I don't know when it's dropping, but motherfucker, I want to listen to that shit. And there's a lot of shit. I was born in 89. There's a lot of good music between 89 and now. And who knows what's happening in the fucking future. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to today's music. I'm looking forward to what the fuck the future music's going to be. All just going to be Japanese, indie, hypo, fucking pop. And you know what? Honestly, with the internet now, there's probably more music available now than there ever was in the entirety of the before time. Like, there's probably now, since the creation of the internet, there's probably been more music made public for people, more than since when music was created. I know that's a bold statement. Not since it was created, because I guess I can't talk about, but like at least like in America's creation, like there can't. There's so many fucking songs, and there's new songs every day by just millions of people putting out songs. So like, it's impossible for that not to happen, and it's only gonna grow and increase. So after birth for sure. If we were in a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type universe, would you rather fuck Minnie Mouse or Miss Piggy? Ooh. That's a good one. That's almost like a personality, like Myers-Briggsy type test, you know? Like, would I rather fuck the sweet girl or the girl with an attitude who's got a little weight on her? She's Miss Piggy because it's Miss Piggy. Like, that's what it is. Thin mouse who's nice. Or, I don't know. I feel like Miss Piggy would be, like, really fucking... There's something really horny about Miss Piggy. You know what I mean? Like, she's always after that Kermy dick. She's always looking for some of that fucking Kerm dick. She's asking for it. Like, she would get real close. Like, I feel like Minnie would be like, no, I don't wanna. Please, I don't wanna. Like we'd get to her bedroom and then she'd be like, oh, I didn't think this would happen. I thought we were just gonna watch Netflix. You know what I mean? And it's like, Miss Piggy seems like she's a little nasty, you know, and everybody calls her Miss. She's real nasty. I bet you if you look online, there's a picture somewhere of Miss Piggy being like a dominatrixy. And not that that's what I'm into, but if I'm gonna fuck, marry, kill, fuck, you marry Minnie Mouse, you fuck Miss Piggy. That's the best way I can put it. That's my thought. That is my thought, at least. I don't know. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Also, let me say, I don't remember specifically what I said about a zoologist or a guy giving handies. But whatever I said, I'm sure that I think it was, would I rather masturbate guys or masturbate animals? I think it was like one guy or a bunch of animals. I think that was the case. And in that case, yeah. Hell yeah. I would much, much, much rather just get it over with and do it one time, do one thing that I'll never speak of again, rather than doing things that I don't want to ever speak about ever again all the time. So I believe that's my defense. If I don't think that the would you rather was just like, would you rather give a hand job to an animal, or would you rather give a hand job to a dude, or be a cool zoologist who writes zoo books? Like, that definitely was not the question. And if it was, I misunderstood it. So let's see. Okay, cool. One final thought. I know the listener name is still up in the air. I know my personal preference and will not lobby for it now. I will, however, give you my thoughts on which one you shouldn't choose. In my mind, sometime down the road, I hope to attend a Brent Mukai podcast event similar to Scoop Fest. Do you really want me roaming around Vegas, stoned and drunk, yelling Mukaki Fest? I'm just saying. Well, I shall fade off into the snowy Canadian right now. Thanks again, my brother, for being your awesome-ass self and sharing your amazing energy with us. Your brother in soup, Rob. Thank you, Rob, for a MukaiMail. Thank you also for calling it a MukaiMail. I wouldn't have fucking thought of that. That's great. If you would like a MukaiMail read on the podcast and something I can respond to, write me, please. Brent Mukai, VO@gmail.com. VO as in voiceover. Voiceover, which is what I fucking do. So, yes. I mean, this has been the spectacular, and it's not fucking ending yet. I know we're right at the point where I would start talking about all of you sweet, sweet Mukateers and Mukakis. I still don't like Mukaki. Like, it's funny. It's funny. Does it have longevity? We'll see. We'll see. A lot of people wrote to me, and when I say a lot, I mean like I think 3 people. 3 people wrote to me and said to do the Gremlins script, and I've never seen the movie Gremlins. The Kate Berenger monologue from Gremlins. Let's see. Okay, Chris at the Microscoop on Twitter says, at Brent Mukai, you should totally do the Christmas monologue from Gremlins on Wacky Wednesday. Well, because I have not, because I did not do a Wacky Wednesday, let me make that up and do this fun little monologue here. Do this fun little monologue that I just fucking lost. I had it, then I lost. Okay, I'm gonna do this super serious. She's making a super serious face. I have not watched the movie. I did read this earlier. It looks really serious and also looks pretty ridiculous. Feeling like this was came off pretty cheesy. I'll watch it after, and I'll let you hear, and we can compare if you haven't watched Gremlins either, because it seems like the monologue is right here. But let's see. Okay, cool. This is the role of Kate Berenger. The role of Kate Berenger will be played by Brent Mukai. This is from the classic film Gremlins. The worst thing that ever happened to me was on Christmas. Oh, God. It was so horrible. It was Christmas Eve. I was 9 years old. Me and Mom were decorating the tree, waiting for Dad to come home from work. A couple of hours went by. Dad wasn't home, so Mom called the office. No answer. Christmas Day came and went, and still nothing. So the police began a search. 4 or 5 days went by. Neither one of us could eat or sleep. Everything was falling apart. It was snowing outside. Everything was falling apart. It was snowing outside. The house was freezing. So I went to try to light up the fire, and that's when I noticed the smell. The firemen came and broke through the chimney top, and me and Mom were expecting them to pull out a dead cat or a bird. And instead they pulled out my father. He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit. He'd been climbing down the chimney on Christmas Eve, his arms loaded with presents. He was going to surprise us. He slipped and broke his neck. He died instantly. And that's how I found out there is no Santa Claus. All right. Is there a better take two? Let's see. Let's see if there's more I can play with. There's definitely some stuff to work with here. I think I gotta take it. I think I gotta play. I gotta lean into the cheesiness a little bit. I think that's a part of it too. I don't know what the context is. Let's just say the context is we're talking about Christmas, and somebody says, "Are you excited for Christmas?" And all that, and I'm just like, the worst thing that ever happened to me was on Christmas. And it's like, no, I don't like Christmas. And they're like, why? The worst thing that ever happened to me was on Christmas. Oh, God. It was terrible. It was Christmas Eve. I was 9. Me and Mom were decorating the tree, waiting for Dad to come home from work. A couple of hours went by. Dad wasn't home. So Mom called the office. No answer. Christmas Day came and went and still nothing. So the police began a search. 4 or 5 days went by. Neither one of us could eat or sleep. Everything was falling apart. It was snowing outside. The house was freezing. So I went to try to light up the fire, and that's when I noticed the smell. The firemen came and broke through the chimney top, and me and Mom were expecting them to pull out a dead cat or a bird, and instead, they pulled out my father. He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit. He'd been climbing down the chimney on Christmas Eve, his arms loaded with presents. He was going to surprise us. He slipped and broke his neck. He died instantly. And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus. So fuck you and your Christmas. You hear me? All right, let's see how that actually fucking... How the fuck do you read this? Was this a serious thing? Was this like a comedian? Why did people want me to read this? I don't know. It's pretty sad. Pretty hilariously sad. Right? Let's see. Let's play it. Please don't sue me.
Now I have another reason to hate Christmas.
Okay, what are you talking about?
The worst thing that ever happened to me was on Christmas. God.
Oh, I did, yeah.
So horrible.
I nailed that fucking context.
It was Christmas Eve. I was 9 years old.
Oh my God, this is so cheesily dramatic.
Me and Mom were decorating the tree. Waiting for Dad to come home from work.
Yeah, this looks good. This dude's dressed like Marty McFly over here.
Dad wasn't home. Mom called the office.
How did you take this movie seriously?
Christmas Day came and went, and still nothing. So the police began a search.
She's doing a hell of a job with this.
4 or 5 days went by. Neither one of us could
Fucking
eat
gremlin.
or sleep. Everything was falling apart. It was snowing outside. The house was freezing, so I went to try to light up the fire. And that's when I noticed the smell.
Is the smell of gingerbread? He's like completely tone deaf. He's like, what was it? Was it a good smell?
And me and Mom were expecting them to pull out a dead cat or a bird. And instead, they pulled out my father.
Oh, the gremlin's sad too.
He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit. He'd been climbing down the chimney on Christmas Eve, his arms loaded with presents. He was going to surprise us.
Oh, God.
He slipped and broke his neck. Died instantly.
It's hell of an acting job. How do you cry during that? That's tough to connect to.
That's how I found out there was no Santa Claus.
Stanislavski says, connect to the copy. Connect to the script. Find the truth. What truth is there to that? How many people have ever died doing that? First of all, how many people have chimneys? Second of all, who thought to commit to that? Also, how did you fucking... what were you going to do? Like, are you not afraid your wife is gonna pick up a fucking a fucking one of those big fire poles for kindling the fire and then hit you over the fucking head with it and impale you because she thinks you're a fucking maniac dressed like Santa Claus? What the fuck are you thinking, dude? That's just not a smart move. Like, I get surprising your kids. Don't come down the fucking chimney. Don't come down the chimney, especially if you're so big. You have to know. Because because here's my thought. If you're as fat as Santa Claus and you are big and jolly, you have zero reason to be climbing down a chimney unless you have Santa Claus magic, as we all know from the Tim Allen hit movie Santa Claus 3, starring Tim Allen and Martin Short. How did I remember all that? Anyway, never saw that. Just remember the poster thinking, whoa, this looks like a piece of shit. Anyways, went and, why would you do that? If you're a fat guy, don't you look at that chimney and you're like, I'm gonna get fucking stuck. Also, you didn't scream for help. Also, nobody could fucking hear you screaming. You're in the chimney. I guess your head is above and the shit's below, but like that is something that should be taken into consideration, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But even if you're skinny, you can probably shimmy in, right? Shimmy in. That's the worst fucking joke of all time. You can probably shimmy in a little bit of the ways through, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm going to get stuck because I'm a thin person and I still can't fit. Like, you know that your chimney is looking tight if you're a thin man and you still can't fit in that fucking chimney. Stop it. What are you doing? How are you going to explain that to God when you're obviously going to go to heaven if it exists. You're going to go and gotta be like, how did you die? You're like, I was trying to surprise my children and my wife by dressing up like Santa Claus, got stuck in the chimney, and got stuck there for 5 days. Dude, who's not gonna laugh at that? That's such a ridiculous... How do you cry in that moment? What a good actress. What a good actress. This isn't an Oscar-worthy thing, but, like, that's tough copy to work with. Like, that's a tough script. It's a tough scene. I'd look at that scene and be like, we sure we don't want to do fucking rewrites on this shit? Oh, my God. That was, yeah, that's a monologue, man. It's definitely a monologue. Let's see. Here's something I've wanted to do. Here is something I've genuinely wanted to do, and I do not know how much interest there would be. So I'm going to throw it out and let me know if this is something you'd be into. I want to work on my character voices for the voice acting shit that I do. And I was thinking I get plays, like I have plays, and I can read the plays and do all of the voices for the play. Plays, though, are not inherently very interesting. And a movie would be tough because I feel like movies are there, and a lot of movies rely on the visual because it's a fucking movie. So if you can think of some way for me to do different voices and have fun with that type of, like, a narrative type of thing, let me know, because I would love that. Maybe I could find some old radio plays, right? Maybe I could find some old radio plays and do it that way. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Dude, I've poured out my soul. I've given you songs. I did a monologue, and now I'm going to look up a radio play. Old-time radio plays. Scripts. Ooh, old-time radio plays scripts. Thanks, Google. As periodic presenters of old-time radio recreations, we have long sought out scripts from the golden age of audio drama. Scripts from generic radio. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. There's a shit ton here. Let's do this. Let's do Dick Tracy. 'Cause his name's Dick and it seems fun. February 21st, 1938. Pat hypnotized. Ah, fuck. It's going to make me save it. I mean, I guess. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. I guess, you know what I mean? Let's see, how long is this? Oh, it's only 8 pages long. Yeah, this is fucking great. All right. The cast. Radio voice, announcer. Dick Tracy, the great detective. Pat Patton, his partner. Junior, who I'm assuming is a boy. The mogul, pronounced mogul. Mogul. Yeah, mogul. That's how fucking mogul. That's how you say the word mogul. Why would you have to pronounce it for me? People in 1938 didn't know what a mogul was. Joe, the ambulance driver. Partner, who is Joe's partner, the ambulance driver partner. And Humi Batik, who is Egyptian. I'll do my best. I don't know if I'm going to try for an actual Egyptian or if I'm just going to do what I think people in the 1930s assumed Egyptian people sounded like, which I think that's the funnier thing. So I'll go with that. All right. Sound. Boom of gun. Shower of exploding wheat grains. Boom of gun. Shower of exploding rice grains. Calling all adventure fans. Calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by. Dick Tracy is on the air. The makers of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, those specially digestible, delicious cereals that are shot from guns, now bring you another gripping Dick Tracy adventure. And now listen, today Dick Tracy tells you how to get a genuine Dick Tracy secret ring free. Think of it, a beautiful gold-plated ring with a special secret compartment just like the one Humi Batik gave Junior. Remember? Well, now you can wear one too, and it doesn't cost you a cent. So be sure you're listening in at the end of the program to hear how to get your secret Dick Tracy ring free. Dick's a great fellow, isn't he? Have you noticed just how fast his mind works? Like lightning. And what a great athlete he is. Just full of trigger-fast energy. And I don't know of a better, more enjoyable way to get lots of the same kind of food energy than to have a big bowl of delicious Quaker Puffed Wheat. Or Quaker Puffed Rice for breakfast, the way thousands of active, athletic boys and girls and grown-ups do every day. Those two nourishing, delicious cereals are shot from guns. This is America. We love guns. Oh my God. More, announcer? Each grain is actually exploded to 8 times its normal size. That makes Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice specially easy to digest so that you get their trigger-fast food energy more quickly and easily. So for a real quick energy breakfast that tastes extra good, ask Mother to get you some Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice at the grocer's. With the capture of the mogul and head of a society of art theater thieves... With the capture of the mogul, ahead of a society of art treasure thieves, it seemed that Dick Tracy had brought to a close another interesting case. The mogul was behind bars, and Tracy still had his possession, the Black Pearl of Osiris, sacred gem of an Egyptian cult dedicated to the worship of Osiris. But then the mogul died in his cell. At least an examination showed that he was dead. But while he was being taken to the office of the medical examiner, a strange thing happened. Ambulance background, engine hums, warning bell rings. Partner. Hey, Joe, did you hear something move behind us? Joe. Nah. I was sure I did. You mean back there? Yeah. Aw, relax, brother. There's no back there except the dead man. Here's the mogul. Gentlemen, don't be alarmed. Joe, it's the guy what's dead. You mean the man you thought was dead. I'm very much alive and Egyptian, so is this gun in my hand. Hey, what are you gonna do to us? If you follow orders, nothing. Now keep driving until we get out into the country. Anything you say, buddy. He was dead and now he's alive. I have never been dead, my friend. I was merely in a cataleptic trance. What? A cataleptic trance. You see, I am able to hypnotize myself as well as others. It is a known fact that when expert hypnotists can put a person or themselves into a trance which very much resembles death, the yogis and swamis of India make quite a practice of it, and I should know. I'm a typical Egyptian. But the whole prison was sure you were dead. There's something funny about all this. You do not believe me? Perhaps you'd like to try it out on you. Perhaps you'd like me to try it out on you. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. I believe you, all right? I sure do, brother. I sure do. Pat. Here's Pat. Escaped, and after we were all sure he was dead. Dick. Yup. Dick, this mogul fella must be a wizard to be able to fake and act like that. Well, there's nothing so very unusual about auto-hypnotism. Unfortunately, I didn't think of it in the connection with the mogul. He's clever and well-informed, which should put us on our guard. Every man on the force has instructions to keep his eyes open for the mogul. Have you heard anything yet, Dick, from the Board of Inquiry? You mean about Humi Batik? However the fuck you say that weird Egyptian name. Yeah, that weird Egyptian guy. Yes, Pat, I've been kept posted. They're still going over the evidence in the case. I had a report this morning indicating that the board, from the evidence available, is coming to the conclusion that Dryden Small was definitely in the wrong. He was guilty of several criminal offenses. Small is recovering from his wound too, isn't he? Yep, all of which seems to indicate that Batik will be released shortly. Well, I'm glad of that, and I'm glad they feel the same way as we do about Dryden Small. Gosh, Dick, when we consented to escort that fellow home from England, we never thought we'd get all mixed up in a thing like this. The Black Pearl of Osiris, Egyptian high priests like Humi Batik, art treasures thieves like the Mogul and his gang, the secret ring of Osiris. This is Junior. Say, that reminds me. Did I show you mine, Pat? Hey, quite a number of times, Junior, but I must admit it's worth showing, especially with that swell likeness of Dick on it. Hey, that'd make a swell ring for any boy or girl to have. Say, I can't wait to hear what the members of the Secret Service Patrol who got rings like this will say about it in the special compartment. Gee, I know they're going to think it's a beauty, Pat. Oh, and incidentally, Dick, you still have that black pearl safely hidden in that ring you're wearing, haven't you? I certainly have, Pat. It's going to stay there until I can give it into the safekeeping of Humi Batik, or one of his agents. You know, Pat, this case of the Black Pearl of Osiris and the gang that's after it has opened up an entirely new field for investigation. You mean the fake art treasures? Yes. The papers have been full of it. The manufacture of fake and imitation works of art which are sold as genuine articles has become a problem. The moment we're finished with this Black Pearl business, we'll have another job on our hands, cleaning up this other racket. It's a vicious racket, too, no question about it. These racketeers imitate pictures by the old masters and sell them for terrific amounts, the price you'd pay for an original. Yup. Sound, phone rings, receiver up. Dick, into phone. Tracy speaking. Yes? Nothing yet, huh? All right, Brooks, but keep on it. Scatter your men and see that every inch of the ground is gone over thoroughly. Right. Receiver down. Sergeant Brooks. Still nothing. Looks like the mogul has really escaped us. Pat. Yeah, he's taking it on the lamb, all right. What did you say, Junior? I said he's taking it on the lamb. Now, where did you pick that up? What? The phrase, take it on the lamb. Oh, I don't know, Dick. Oh, yes, I do. I heard Blackie Moran say it once. I see. Well, I don't want you to say it ever again, Junior. Why not, Dick? 'Cause it's slang, Junior. Slang of a kind that shouldn't be used by anyone, especially a boy like yourself. A nice boy like yourself. Well, Dick, I don't see anything wrong with slang. I don't do anybody no harm when I say it. Take it on the lamb. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do, Junior. You do a great deal of harm to yourself. I don't understand, Jack. Or Dick, whatever the fuck your name is. Well, I'll try to explain, Junior. Now, I'm not going to go into the technical definition of slang, but for our purposes, we might say that slang, the kind of slang you just used, is the language of the gutter. It's the language used by people who have no education, no background. Just like Blackie Moran and his gang. After all, until people get to know you well, they judge you by what you say and how you say it. Also, just want to be clear. Blackie Moran is a white man, and this is just to avoid any sort of racism. Well, gee, it's 1938, Dick. I didn't think that he could be racist. I know. I'm just saying that because of the podcast. I never thought of it that way, Dick. Well, I wish you would, Junior, because it's very important. You see, slang is the mark of a lazy brain. Well, gee, Dick, I've heard other kids use slang words and things. I know you have, and that's because they don't listen to their Sorry. I know you have, and that's because they don't listen to their parents and their teachers. They're probably Nazis. Nazi scum. Parents and teachers object to slang because they know how great a handicap it is in life. Because it's not only unpleasant to hear, but gives people the idea that a boy's a hoodlum, a roughneck. And that may not be true at all. Boys like you may have picked up a slang expression and failed to realize how wrong it was to use it. I see. Well, I'm sorry, Dick. Don't be sorry, Junior. Just make a firm resolve not to use slang again. Whenever you're tempted to use slang, always stop and try to think of another way of expressing yourself. The truth of the matter is, that as a member in good standing of the Dick Tracy Secret Service Patrol, you have to know how to express yourself clearly, concisely, and forcefully. There's only one way to do that, by precise English, never by the use of slang. Phone rings. Excuse me a moment. Shirley! Receiver up. Dick, into phone. Tracy speaking. Board of Inquiry. Yeah, I see. Well, that's splendid. I'm glad they reached that decision. Thank you very much for calling. Board of Inquiry, Dick? Yes, Pat. I'm happy to say they've exonerated Humi Batik. Whatever I mean, seriously, I do not understand how to say his name. It's very difficult. And have issued an order for the arrest of Dryden Small. Small is to be removed from the hospital into a prison cell the moment it can be done safely. That's fine. Baddick will be anxious to know about their decision. I think I'll call at the prison now and let him know. Sound. Scene fades. Transitional pause. Baddick. Mr. Tracy, this is most wonderful news. Hold on. Mr. Tracy, this is most wonderful news. Most wonderful. I don't know how to thank you, how to tell you how deeply grateful I am. Oh, there's no reason for you to thank me, Baddick. I had nothing to do with it. The law took its course. Since you weren't guilty of any willful wrongdoing, you were not found guilty. The law has decided that you don't deserve punishment. And have you the pearl, Mr. Tracy? Yes. Yes, I have it with me, safely concealed in the secret compartment of the ring you gave me, and I suggest that you let me keep it until you are free and ready to sail. At the moment, my chief concern is to get you and the Black Pearl out of this country safely. And after that, what then? After that, my problem will be to capture the mogul and put him where he belongs. Sound. Scene fades out. Transitional pause. Sound. Phone rings. Receiver up. Into phone. Hello? Oh, hello, Tess. No, Dick went down to the prison about an hour ago to see Humi Baddick. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm just writing a few letters. No, not love letters. All right, Tess. I'll tell him you called. Sound. Receiver down. Pat to himself. Now let's see. What was that address again? Mogul. Fuck! Who's Baddick and who's Mogul? I thought the Mogul was... God damn it, I didn't fucking read. He's Mogul. I just made the same voice for Baddick as I did for Mogul, the cultured villain. Oh no. It's gonna get confusing now. Next time we see Baddick, I'll give him a different voice. Mogul. Do not worry yourself with unduly about the address, Mr. Patton. You will have no need for it. What? The Mogul? You... Yes, the Mogul. Don't look so surprised, my friend. What are you doing here? I want the Black Pearl of Osiris. I doubt you've heard of the Black Pearl of Osiris. No doubt you've heard of the Black Pearl of Osiris. I thought I meant the other way, but it was not. I meant it that way. I haven't got it. I know you haven't, but will you get it for me? But you will get it for me. Me? How can I get it for you? I know where the Black Pearl is, Mr. Patton, and I'm not so sure you don't. It's concealed in the ring which Tracy wears on his middle finger, the ring given to him by Humi Baddick. I must have that pearl, Mr. Patton, and you will get it for me. Ooh, hypnosis noise. I don't know what you're talking about. You will, because I will explain to you very carefully. But, pardon me, don't you feel just a trifle sleepy, Mr. Patton? Why, Of course you do. Sleep, Mr. Patton. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And now, Patton, you are completely under my influence. Do you understand that? I understand. I will now give you certain commands, and you will carry them out. You will be unable to help yourself. You will find that you are forced to do what I command you to do while you are in this hypnotic trance. Do you understand? I will not be able to help myself. I must do as you command. You will go about as if you were not hypnotized, but all the while you will be under my influence. And now, Patton, this is what I command you to do so that I may be able to get my hands on the Black Pearl of Osiris. Sound, transitional pause. Announcer, what devilish scheme has the mogul thought of now? He has hypnotized Pat. Will he succeed in getting the Black Pearl of Osiris, or will the great detective Dick Tracy outwit him again? We'll soon know, but now it's time for your Dick Tracy Secret Service Patrol meeting, brought to you by your makers of delicious, nourishing Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice. And here comes Dick Tracy himself with Junior to tell you how to get your secret Dick Tracy ring free. Bang, bang, bang. Hello there, boys and girls. Last Friday, we told you we were trying to get secret Dick Tracy rings for all of you, just like the one Hume Baddock gave to Junior. Well, we've succeeded. Gosh, 3 cheers, Dick! And we've arranged with a jeweler to make the rings for you. Say, will they be gold-plated just like mine with your picture on them, Dick, and all those lucky signs? Of course, Junior. But here, you can see for yourself. Here's one of the rings now. Boy, it's exactly like mine. Here, you see, Mr. Quakerman? Say, isn't that a beauty? And look here, it's adjustable. You can make it fit any size finger. Gee, what a great idea, because this is one ring you'll always want to wear. Well, mine's got a secret compartment just like yours too, Junior. Listen, boys and girls, here's the best news of all. To get one of these beautiful gold-plated Dick Tracy secret rings free, you must mail 5 Quaker Puffed Wheat or 5 Quaker Puffed Rice Box Tops or some of each, with your name and address printed on a plain piece of paper to Dick Tracy, Box L, Chicago. And you get your Dick Tracy secret ring free. Isn't that great? I'm actually a boy. I'm not a grown man using a boy voice. And that's not all. Tess Trueheart went to the jeweler's with us, and she fell in love with a very good-looking gold-plated bangle bracelet. The charms show Dick Tracy Jr. and lucky 4-leaf clover. Listen, girls, be the first in your crowd to wear a smart gold-plated Dick Tracy bracelet as well as a beautiful Dick Tracy secret ring. It's free, too. You just send 5 Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice Box Tops for your Dick Tracy bracelet to Dick Tracy, Box L, Chicago. I'm running out of breath. Be sure to write with her. Be sure to write whether you want the Dick Tracy secret ring or the Dick Tracy bangle bracelet, or both. And remember, send 5 Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice Box Tops for each one to Dick Tracy, Box L, Chicago. Now, don't wait, because those secret rings will go like hotcakes. As soon as a package of Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice is empty, tear off the top and save it. And be sure to ask Mother so you can get some Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice at the grocer's so you can get your Dick Tracy ring soon. Sound of boom, sound of gun, shower of exploding wheat grains, boom of gun, shower of exploding rice grains. Radio. Calling all adventure fans. Calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by for another exciting Dick Tracy adventure tomorrow at this same time. That is all. Sound. Multiple police cars and sirens. Then fade out. Bang! Oh my God, that is exhausting. That is just like non-stop fucking talking. Who would have known doing a radio play by yourself would just be non-stop fucking talking? I liked that. I liked that a lot, actually. I might incorporate that again. Let me know how you liked that. If you thought it was fun and it would be more fun for some Wacky Wednesdays, let me know. Other than that, thank you so much. Super love you guys. Sorry again about Wednesday. Got super fucking busy. And this is a one-man band, so sometimes it's difficult. But the week before, I fucked up. Also, didn't have an episode then, and so I wanted to make an extra long one now for you. So hoping that this episode did not disappoint. Happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Super duper Kwanzaa. What are you supposed to say for Kwanzaa? I don't know the answer. Whatever holiday you're celebrating, holiday with the people you love. Hopefully, this brought you a little bit of joy. Write me at brentmukaivo@gmail.com. That's brentmukaivo as in voiceover @gmail.com. Find me on social media at Brent Mukai. That's BRENTMUKAI. And write to me some would you rathers. Let me know if you liked the play, that play format. Let me know if you liked songs. Let me know if you liked whatever. I love doing this shit and making all of this fun stuff for you. So keep me in the loop as to what's working and what's not. In the meantime, thank you again, Rob Brown, for the would you rather questions and the very generous MukaiMail. My first MukaiMail. Also, if you would like one of these cool Brent Mukai Sweet Bung stickers, I still have a bunch of them. Just write me on social media or through email that you would like one, and I will send one with a nice thank you letter. Also, for those of you who told me that you wanted one, I have not sent them out yet. I've been bogged down. So sorry. I only today sent out Christmas letters. So fuck, dude. We're 4 days away. I'm sorry. I'm behind on everything. It's not just this. I'm behind on everything. So, thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate you listening. Would super appreciate your contact. Your contact means everything to me. Like just knowing that, I don't know, things I can do better, things that you already are liking. And yeah, that's it. Love you. Hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.